Eagle Vision TV.
All right, it's almost the weekend. What do you have planned this weekend? You're working.
I'm working.
Okay, and how much ice cream do you end up making at, what's it, Rock Rolls? What's it called?
No, it's called the Rolling Shop.
The Rolling Shop? You're lying. It's called something Rock
No,
Rolls.
it ain't. It don't even start with an R, so don't.
Okay. You roll ice cream. Explain to everybody how that works. You throw like a liquid onto a really cold plate and then you just scoop it up.
So it's the ice cream base. Like, it's like cream.
Okay.
And you pick a mix in and you pick a topping. You only get one mix in. It's like candy cakes and syrup.
Is it good? Do you like it?
I get cheesecake. It's top tier.
Is it expensive?
It's like $8 for 4 rolls. That's crazy to me. But sometimes I throw in an extra roll because
If I
that's a lot of
come,
money.
you're gonna throw an extra roll in there?
Yeah.
They open at 1 o'clock. It's only 7 hours a day that that they exist in that shop. 1 to 8. That's crazy.
And then we're closed on Mondays, so don't even bother.
No rocking and rolling on the ice cream on Mondays.
Oh, stop. That was just a joke.
What are the strongest days of the week? Could you look happy? I mean, a little bit happy. What are the strongest days of the week?
Fridays.
Fridays?
Yeah.
Incorrect. Saturdays and Sundays. Do you know why? Every other day is a weekday. Why do shoemakers, freshmen, that's people who make shoes. Why are they kind people?
Because they walk around on their tip-tips. I don't know.
Because they have kind souls.
That was close enough.
You weren't even in the ballpark.
Football kicks off tonight with a preview scrimmage game right here at Eagle Field. We'll get all the details as we chat with Coach Jackson about the upcoming season. We also catch up with a few players on the team to get their thoughts as they take the field. The season schedule is out. We'll take a look to give you the dates you need to be aware of. Homecoming is coming up in a month. This week, the school voted on the theme days. We'll talk to Miss Jolly about the results. And finally, Mr. Maddox wraps up the summer movie season with his favorite picks. Today, Friday, August 18th. The weekend is coming and EVTV starts now.
All in my court, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me trying to get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me, not straight up. All in my court, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me trying to get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me, not straight up. Big broski in my line, sell a brother, get your feet in. Put top in with your peoples, make sure they doing decent. Show me how to readjust some ways that I've been thinking. Been trying to protect what I've been building, been on defense. Celebrating our friends and we gon' up there when we touch down. BYOD, shout out to my homies working sundown. I should call my sister for some custom gold fronts now. Soul already shining, need no diamond, roll it, bust down. No matter how far, I can't forget the opposition. If you ain't been running front and side, you seen this competition. Wisdom telling me better slow down, my heart and mind conflict. I'm patient, ain't no free pass, and I'm paid a lot for my position. Come and get it. Ball in my court, high step is a layup. My life like a movie.
Welcome to Eagle Vision in for Friday, August 18th, 2023. I'm Ash, and today's top story highlights our football team as the season kicks off with a scrimmage tonight.
This year will be different from last year. We moved up to 7A. They're reclassified all of DeSoto County, so most of DeSoto County schools would be 7A. We will add Oxford onto our schedule, and we have removed Center Hill. Basically, the scrimmage is getting the cobwebs out, knocking off the dust, allowing our young men to get acclimated to game-like situations, and just to build film and just have the necessary corrections and the necessary plays to help us progress in our season. Basically, what it is, we'll set the ball down, and we'll have a certain amount of plays, and there will be no special teams, but we will line up just to get film on how to cover down and run down, and our snaps, our hold, our kicks, all that. We'll just go through simulated. It's basically a simulated game, so it's basically practice at a higher speed.
We caught up with a few players ahead of tonight's game.
So we here with Brandon Brooks Jr.
Oh, John Randall Jr.
I see we got two juniors here. Okay. So we're gonna talk about how the season gonna go and all that. How we think about football right now. So who we got here tonight?
Man, we got Rule of Essential. Pop out to the gym. It's a little scrimmage game, but still show support. Cause we gonna turn up for y'all, and y'all come turn us up. We gonna turn up even more for sure.
Y'all here?
And it's at 7 o'clock. Be there.
7. Be there before 7. We gonna get your tickets. And who we got here next week?
We got Southwind. It's a whiteout game, and once we get the from there we did we're gonna go next week, go Southwind, get the and then come back for get ready for the next game. You know what I mean? So y'all pop out, show some love. We're gonna turn y'all up in the crowd.
Y'all here? Yeah, it's a whiteout, so everybody wear all white. Everybody gonna be in the crowd. People gonna be wearing white. Players gonna be wearing white. It's gonna be a whole whiteout.
Whole whiteout. Like Penn State.
Penn State won. Little shout out Penn State, I guess. No shout out. No shout outs. Shout out Purdue. Yeah. Purdue. Yeah, Purdue University. Even though you wearing what you wearing, I ain't gonna say nothing. Yeah. So, what you think about how your prediction is for this season? How you think the team going so far, and what improvements have you seen so far?
Well, based off of last year, the team looked way better. We got way more energy. Everybody way more dedicated. Last year we were struggling with a lot of quitting, folks. Seniors leaving. No hate on the seniors. I still love them. But we way better this year. Jackson, you getting it right. Man, I'm telling you.
Y'all hear. How you feel about it right now? Gonna ask John, see what he say. Hold on a second. I'm getting tired on that board, man. I ain't gonna lie. So what you think? Any improvements you seen so far?
We have been showing a lot of energy. Seeing a lot of improvements on the field, off the field, in the weight room. Everybody getting stronger, And yeah, we finna just rock out this season, see what happens. Shoot, everybody put into it. We going far with it, for sure. Someone, so much you thought you'd die. Give it so much of yourself. It seems the only way you ever dream of. Candy, golden rain.
This year's schedule has a number of fan dress-out days. We caught up with Coach Lane to talk about ways that we, the fans, can help the team.
Hello, students. Next week we open up our 2023 football season. We will open up against Southwind High School here at Horn Lake High School. Next week will be a whiteout game that we ask all the students and fans to wear all white. We will have QR codes around the building that you can purchase your shirt. Today will be the last day to purchase for next week's game. The following week we will be playing Lafayette High School here as well, and there will be a maroon out game. We will start selling those shirts on Monday of next week.
It has been a little bit of a blockbuster summer, more so than last summer, I have to say. Hollywood sort of caught up from pandemic and started releasing some stuff this summer. I saw 3 movies in the theater this summer. One of them I walked out of. And the other 2, I was left disappointed because they were both part oneers, and I can't stand being left,
Agreed.
being left hanging. So tell us some of the movies that you hit this summer, some of what you maybe met your expectations, maybe some things that didn't meet your expectations.
Okay, so I had a big summer. Also had a kid recently. My son Teddy's about to turn 1, so it's been harder to get to the movies, but we have made it out a couple times. So when we do go...
Your household is a cinema... By the way, if you don't know, the Maddox household is a cinema household.
It is.
So y'all make good time for it. You try anyway.
We do. If we can get out and do something, that's probably what it's going to be. If not like a Grizzlies game or a State game or something. But saw the big ones. Saw Barbie. Really loved that one. A nice tight 2 hours. Really funny. Saw Oppenheimer. A little bit too long.
That's the one I walked out of. It was way too long.
But really good. Really good. I enjoyed it. I like Christopher Nolan movies.
It was good actors.
So well acted, so well made. Saw Indiana Jones. It was okay. It was fun. Saw the Spider-Verse movie. Really good, but again, the part 1 problem.
I can't stand it.
Just
like
make
it
a movie.
It really irks me when they leave a story drop off like that, and then they're like, "Hey, we'll see you in 3 years for the next one."
Yeah, make your trilogies, make your movies, but part 1s, that's got to stop.
Yes.
You got to get rid of those.
A trilogy, while the story continues, you're left with some closure at the end of each of those trilogy movies. So,
and it feels like a nice, one story. It's not like a 6-hour story.
Right.
But my absolute favorite movie that I saw, Mr. Lewis, was Past Lives. And if you haven't seen it in theaters by now, it's probably too late to see it in theaters, but I'm sure it'll be coming out on some streaming device at some point. But you've got to see Past Lives if you haven't seen it. It's probably the most underrated, but most enjoyed movie of the year.
And I knew nothing about that movie. Like, I didn't see much publicity. I don't think I saw maybe one thing on YouTube maybe about it. So tell us about the movie.
Not a lot of press. It's a small movie. It's about these 2 people who live, I think, in South Korea. And they have a relationship at the age of 12. One of them moves to America. And so we skip ahead 12 years in the movie. And then they reconnect through Skype. They kind of rekindle this flame they had at age 12. And then it kind of fizzles again, and then we jump another 12 years. And so they do end up meeting, spoiler alert, but it's really, really good.
Okay. Is it too early to make Oscar predictions, or movies that you think will be up for it? I think Oppenheimer will be a shoo-in.
I think you're going to see a lot more summer blockbusters get nominated this year because, like I said, Barbie and Oppenheimer are really good. I think Past Lives are going to be Best Picture nominated. We'll see.
But to be fair, movies like Oppenheimer, even a year ago, probably wouldn't have even been considered blockbuster. I feel like the fact that Christopher Nolan was attached to that film,
and that it came out on the same day as Barbie, and it was just like this huge deal. I mean, that definitely is going to play a part.
Right. But movies like Oppenheimer traditionally weren't really considered blockbusters. It just so happened the way it landed this year and the way that it happened, everybody was ready for it.
It's more of like your late fall drama, your typical Oscar movie. So it's kind of rare that it got released in the summer. So
yes. Now, while we're talking about movies in cinema, why did Disney release Haunted Mansion in August when they could have waited 2 more months for October?
That was the exact same thing my wife said when we saw the preview in theaters. Like, that is so stupid. That's the perfect late September, October movie. Like,
and it wouldn't have been up against other movies to compete with, because it didn't do well in the theaters. By the way, spoiler alert on that one, it didn't do well. I don't necessarily think the cast seems good. The one-liners seem funny. I don't think it's necessarily an indictment of the movie. I think it's a bad timing on Disney's part.
The only thing you can maybe argue is that they wanted to put it out in theaters and then maybe have it available for streaming come October, but
that's not making them any extra money.
Again, you don't really make money streaming movies.
You've already got your subscribers. Nobody's going to... JJ here is not going to say, you know what? I'm going to go get me a Disney subscription because Haunted Mansion has come out in October.
You're not signing up for Disney for Haunted Mansion.
No! So put that in the theaters to give kids something to go see during Halloween instead of slasher movies.
And now you're competing with Barbie and Oppenheimer, and the movie I didn't get to see but wanted to was Mission Impossible. So
I did see Mission Impossible. It's a part oneer. I'm telling you. While it did have some sense of closure to that portion of the story, I mean, that's basically what I can say. Fast and Furious X, number 10. I left straight mad. I'm like really mad. That movie drops off of a deadgum cliff. People start dying, like stars in the movie start dying, and then they just credits.
You just disrespected two of the most successful franchises of all time.
This week's feature vocabulary words are analyze, anecdote, and antagonize. Analyze. Examine in detail, typically for purposes of explanation and interpretation. Anecdote. A short and amusing or interesting story about a real incident or person. Antagonize. Cause someone to become hostile.
It's time to purchase your school-issued device for the year. Make sure you bring your fee to the library before school or during lunch. Anyone interested in the drama club, see Mr. Algie in the Fine Arts Hall. Drama club meetings are every Friday after school from 3 to 4 p.m. Chess club meetings have begun. The club meeting are Mondays and Wednesdays until 4:30. See Mr. Irvin in D15 or Mr. Helens in C7 for more details. Miss Daughtery will be hosting the final informational meeting for the Italy and Greece tour on Thursday, August 24th at 6 p.m. in room E14. All students, staff, and family members are invited to attend. Let her know that you are coming by using the QR code posted in ABC and DEF Commons. See her in room E14 for more details. Seniors, you'll have a meeting on September 19th at 6 p.m. about graduation. Make sure you're here at school that night. Make plans now to attend. Senior fees will be due by September 5th. We'll be taking the fee during all 4 lunches on September 5th. The cost is $125. You can pay that fee today on RevoPay if you choose to do it that way or cash on the 5th. That's it for today's episode. Here at Horn Lake, we are better students, always growing and expecting more. Stay tuned for your lunch menus and athletic schedules. We'll see you here Monday. Have a fantastic weekend.
All in my core, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Shopping in my kitchen, got me tryna get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me, not straight up. All in my core, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Shopping in my kitchen, got me tryna get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me, not straight up. Big bros care my line, sell a brother, get your feet in. But tap in with your peoples, make sure they doing decent. Show me how to readjust some ways that I've been thinking. Been trying to protect what I've been building, been on defense. Celebrating our friends and we gon' up there when we touch down. BYOD, shout out to my homies working sundown. I should call my sister for some custom gold fronts now. Soul already shining, need no diamond, roll it bust down. No matter how far, I can't forget the opposition. If you ain't been running front and side, you seen this competition. Wisdom telling me better slow down, my heart and mind conflict. I'm patient, ain't no free pass and I'm paid a lot for my position. Come and get it. All in my core, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Shopping in my kitchen, got me tryna get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me, not straight up. All in my core, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Shopping in my kitchen, got me tryna get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me. Like love and new friends, ready to be outside with my kin. Big glow on my chain on like I'm sitting on some M's. Be careful, you too loud with it, that get you for your hands. And all that flex around for none, now you sitting down on some bricks. Big leagues, running down no loss, so I'm step up to the big leagues. Been here home runs, but I too loyal, I can't switch teams. Running out for them trophies, but I face all in that big screen. That fame hit street fast, whistle quicker than that 10 speed. I can't let my soul put trust in diamonds and gold, but ones ain't gon' let you fall onto no trap, though. I stay motor, see them hovering over your shoulders. Hit a lick while you gone, I'm keeping all enemies closer. Yeah, I've been ready on 10 toes. Don't ball in my court, I step, it's a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Shopping in my kitchen, got me tryna get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me, not straight up. Ball in my core, high step is a layup. I thank God for all this coming to me, not straight up. Now it's 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 straight up.